Okay, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, boxing MVP.
I'm going to take you guys through my second fight. Leading up to the fight, I had a lot of confidence because I had a lot of confidence in my training. Although my right wrist was a bit sore, I'm not going to lie, my carpals and my lower back, I can't lie, that was the only thing. I was scared for my lower back. It was a bit like, it was tweaking a bit. But besides that, I was really confident in everything else. My neck felt strong, everything felt good. I trusted in my stamina. So I was really confident. Then when I stepped into the place, right, into the weigh-in area, goodness gracious me, all my confidence went away and I was shook. I was walking like this, like scared and everything, right? And it was mainly just because, you know, you don't know who you're fighting. So you don't, I'm a nice guy. I'm a polite guy. I don't want to be looking politely at someone and next minute he's thinking, I'm going to crush you. So I was just looking around thinking, who's my opponent going to be? I kind of visualized the fight. So I low-key knew what my opponent looked like. And I'm not gonna lie, he kind of looked like what I thought it was gonna look like. But anyways, yeah, I walked and whatever, I didn't know who my opponent was. Then I saw some guy wearing the jumper of the town that my opponent was from. And I was like, oh snap, that's the guy. So when I saw him, goodness gracious me, at the time, I could have sworn the guy was 7 feet tall and 7 feet wide, okay? His shoulders were the widest shoulders I had ever seen, all pure muscle. I couldn't believe he was in the same weight class. I was so confused. So I go to calm down. I go for a drive because my fight wasn't until a couple hours. And then during my drive, I got to calm down and just, rationalize everything. And then I came back, spoke to my coach. My coach saw him, was like, look, he ain't that big. And truth be told, he wasn't that big. But it was just my mind. He wasn't even that massive either. It was just my mind. But anyway, so we get to the fight. At the time of the fight, all my nerves are gone. I'm completely confident. There's no fear in me whatsoever. At that point, I'm just ready. I'm ready to do what I set my mind to do. And I was ready to knock this guy out. That's what my plan was. I was planning to get him out hopefully in the first, but I thought, let me not be crazy and be impatient. So by the end of the second, I'm going to take him out. I knew he wasn't going to get to 3 rounds, basically. So we get into the ring, and when we're doing the stare down and everything, I'm not looking at this guy. I'm not going to lie to you. I struggle with a bit of empathy sometimes. Like sometimes I feel bad for my opponent, or sometimes I feel not bad. I just don't want to hit somebody because, I didn't grow up boxing. I grew up knocking on doors, right? Not knocking people out. So but yeah, like I had to, to allow myself to punch this guy and really try to mean the worst for this guy in that moment, I had to look at the floor. So I was looking at anything but his eyes, because I didn't want to see the human in him, basically. I just wanted to see him as some person who was standing between me and my goals. So yeah, I didn't look at him at all. And then we stepped back, and just before they ring the bell, I look at him. At that point, I was like, I'm going to crush this guy, all right? So I'm going to show you guys the video. All right, so you guys see the fight. It was quick. Let me analyze the fight with you lot. All right, so the bell rings and he comes straight for me. And I know, look, there's no point in just slipping and not responding. So I'm making my aim to slip or to block, but also to hit. Because before I used to slip and not do anything, and my coach would get annoyed at me. He'd say, look, you gotta be more offensive than defensive. So that's what amateur boxing is about anyway. So yeah, so I was focusing on not just slipping, but also hitting at the same time. And then whenever I saw an opportunity, I went for it. I threw my right hand when I saw an opportunity. This time his head was in the rope, so my right hand only landed twice flush. But yeah, it felt good at the time. So here, I was actually trying to play around with levels because I was trying to set up my right hand again. So I was like, I'd feint to the head and then feint to the body as well. Like none of these punches were intended at hitting. I just throw different types of punches, like a jab, a hook, and everything. And at this point, I thought, okay, cool. Let me walk in with a high guard and let me see what he might throw at me, because likely it's going to be a jab, and if he throws a jab, I'm gonna come in with an overhand right. Basically, I just basically was going into strategically brawl with him. So I bait out the jab and I throw my right hand. He wobbles, and then the ref stops me. I was about to throw another right hand, which is why, although initially I thought the ref called it prematurely, now I'm actually thinking, you know what, that was a right call, because I was literally about to throw another right hand, which I'm sure would have dropped him. So yeah, man, that was it for the fight. I do want to say I made a lot of mistakes still. I dropped my hands a lot. When I was hitting, like for example, my right hand was going all the way down here. I don't know why, you know, or when I was doing a jab, my right hand was coming down. Like when I did like a hook, I was doing this. Like if he had been more experienced, he probably would have took advantage of that. And yeah, I just got to work on that. When I jab to the body, I drop my hand. I shouldn't do that. I should keep my hand up. So there's a lot of things I got to work on. But yeah, all in all, I was happy with the fight. I was a bit upset I didn't get enough work done, but it doesn't matter. I wanted to have a longer video for you lot, and I wanted him to actually drop. But then in amateur boxing, a lot of that doesn't happen. It usually gets stopped before then because it's safe, which of course is good. So, but yeah, for my opponent, if you end up watching this video, I want to say keep your head up, man. You actually fought well, believe it or not. Watching you, I've watched this back, and I can't critique you, man. Like I can't. Obviously, I can critique you, but you're still holding your shape quite well. So, like for example, after the first clash, you immediately got your right hand to protect your chin, started jabbing to get yourself out of there. That was good, right? You were jabbing while on the back foot, right? That was good. Also, that was it mainly. You used your jab quite a bit. You didn't use your backhand that much. I will say though, you also were circling just to the left. Like that was the only movement you did at all that fight. But I can't like fault you at all, because at the end of the day, you know, it was only 20 seconds of footage that you can go off. So, you know, if it was a longer fight, perhaps you would have circled to the right a bit. But yeah, man, keep your head up, man. Don't let this get you down. Keep training, and just focus on those flaws and keep sparring, man. But yeah, I hope you lot enjoyed the fight. As I said, I felt much more confident in this fight, so I've got another fight. My next fight's going to be in a while. Like, it's going to be a minute till my next fight. So you lot are just going to see a bunch of vlogs till then, and shorts and whatever. But yeah, man, I hope to put on a better show for you lot next time as well. Less mistakes and probably like just a better performance, something that can entertain you a bit more, because this literally was 20 seconds. So that's why I was a bit confused after this. After the ref called it, I was a bit confused. I was a bit like, is that it? Like, you know, surely we can go on, because I wanted him to say continue. Because I was so ready, but it is what it is, man. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and a comment. You know, you lot like to critique sometimes, so you guys can give me a constructive criticism, your pointers. Check out my training plans, my calisthenics training plans. For those of you who think I'm not doing calisthenics still, I am. I'm just not posting as much, which I should be, of course. But yeah, if you want to train more similar to how I'm training now, like my strength and conditioning, it's like a mixture of kind of like calisthenics type training and gravity chamber training. Those are two of my training plans. And yeah, man, I said I wasn't going to leave it to the judges. So I just got to work to make sure I don't leave it to the judges for any other fights. So that's it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I made a lot of improvements. I hope you guys are happy to see the improvements. And yeah, man, it's Beef or Flex, and I'm out.